as we have seen from yesterday, we have started the methane gas. Methane, we have discussed that methane is the naturally found in the environment, and due to the excess of the methane, it will result as an explosion. We call methane as the fire dam also. The methane drainage technology also based on the methane gas, where we want to extract the methane. So methane you will find when you in go in the depth or increasing with the depth, the percentage of the methane will be increased. Now let's see revise the properties of the methane. So methane is the colorless, odorless, tasteless. We have seen, and methane is lighter than the air. Okay, and it is not toxic. That means if you are in the CH4 environment, you will not die because of the toxicity if the few amount of the methane present in the mines. And if you want to eliminate methane, then proper ventilation can be effective method. So if the methane is the if methane is if you have a proper ventilation, or if the excess air, then the methane will react with the oxygen and form the H2SO4 H2O, that means water, and CH2, that means carbon dioxide. Okay, and supply of air if not sufficient, then it will form the water as well as carbon monoxide. So please, I told you to remember this fact that methane explosive mixture is 5.4% to 14.8%. Very important. This data is how the methane is formed. We have seen that bleeding from the coal, that means the leakage from the coal, and in form of the blower, that means if you are extracting the coal from the face, there will be blown out of the face, and in the form of the gas outburst, release of roof fall. If the roof fall, there may be the methane will be trapped in the roof, and if the roof fall, the methane can be released. So which factor affect the CH4 gas emissions? If the nature of the coal seam, which type of coal seam you have, it will affects your methane concentration. Which type of methane you are using in the mines? There are a lot of method in the mines. There are long wall, board and pillar. So which type of method you are using, it also depends. Or speed of advancing, that means how fast you are extracting the your coal, it also affect your methane concentration. Or fourth factor is the ventilation. If the ventilation is not proper or proper, it depends. Then we have seen the methane layer. So methane layer is also affected by the turbulence, airflow, roughness of the roof. I think I have properly explained what is the roughness of the roof. That means roof never be smooth. Some roof you extracting, there are some roughness in the roof, and footwear, face. So it also affects. So if the roughness is high, it will be also affecting your methane layer. And roof bar, that means if you have left some bars in the roof, it will be also affecting your methane layer. It also similar, methane layer is also depends upon the rate of gas emission. Suppose that if you have extracting this phase, and so how much gas is leaking or from the face, roof, it depends. So rate of gas emission also affects size of the gas, size of the size of the airway, velocity of the air. We have seen or number of the layers also depend. Ventilation, rate of emission, width of the airway, inclination of the airway. Inclination, I told this type of inclination. Okay, relative density of the air gas, roughness of the roof, type of the ventilation. Then we have seen cover diagram. Cover diagram is the indicated the chance of the fire dam. So it will tell us कि आपके वहां पे explosion will occur or not. It give us the chances, probability. Okay, so because So we have seen, so if AFEBAA, where your CH4 and O2 percentage given, and if your common point is here in this area, then not capable of the forming explosion, because you do not have a O2 and CH4. That means oxygen and the CH4 percentage is not up to the mark, so explosion, or not capable of forming any explosive mixture. And if you, the very highly explosive area or mixture area is AE, this area, this area. So this is the BCE. So in this area, the highly explosive mixture can be formed. And if you are talking about this area, it is the EFHADC. In this area, if your percentage is given, that means you have a methane is the higher, but oxygen level is very low, then it will be capable of forming explosion mixture with the air content too much methane to explode. That means in this area, the capable to explode, but you need more air. And in the top, above this line, A, B, C and D, above this line, mixture with the can't be produced from the methane. Okay, so I told you that these 5.4% to 14.8% is very important. Please remember this fact. And then we have seen the methane layer number. So V by, if you want to remember this formula, you can, but I must recommend that you should also revise this formula, because it will help you to solve the numericals, because he already multiply G into density of air, density of methane divided by density of air, and their ratio comes out 4.32. So the normal ratio is V divided by G rho, density of air, density of methane divided by density of air, and multiply the quantity or velocity or width of the airway, then the W, the power 1 by 3. So this is the velocity of air. And you should also remember this formula I told you yesterday. So if the layer is greater than 2, then you will need to turbulent airflow to, and the layer formula is 24 V square by CF, root CF की power 1 by 3. Here also V is the air velocity, mean method content of the air. C is the mean method containing of air. We will see lot of question if AK Gorai has, and if AK Gorai will not have, then we will find out the numerical based on this question. So it will help you to understand this formula better. Just remember this formula, revise it multiple times. When we will solve the numerical, it will be stick in your mind. So then I talk about the laminar flow, turbulent flow, laminar flow and turbulent flow. I told you what is the laminar flow and turbulent flow. How you can stop the methane layer or dealing with the methane layer? Just increase your velocity of the air, or incline or vertical bars or seats you can form. So it will stop your methane layer near the roof. If you form the incline or vertical hurdles, it will help us to dealing with the methane layer. Or use venturi blower, which is the pressurized airflow. Then we have seen the CH4 instruments. So MSA D6 methanometer, I told you to remember these principles on which these apparatus or instrument are based. So if you will see MSA methanometer, it is the DC MSA D6 methanometer. It is based on the wheelstone bridge circuit, Wheelstone bridge circuit. And another will be MSA automatic firedem detector. That means MSA AFD2 is also based on the Wheelstone bridge circuit. Okay, so just remember. And we have seen the flame safety lamp. Flame safety lamp is the length of the flame. You must have seen on the base of the flame. We find out the how much percentage of the methane is found in the our mines. So tomorrow I will take a video of the flame safety lamp if I will, and I will show you how it's used. And interference methanometer is used the principle of the reflective index. In the reflective index, the methane percentage will be increased. So on that base, we will find out the methane in the mines. And the interference methanometer is based on the Japan. You don't need to recall the Japan or which country, where they will not ask. Okay, and detection testing. We have seen these. So see, MSA D6 methanometer is portable. Okay, and automatic fire dam means AFD. AFD is MSA and portable rechargeable battery with up to the 10 hours. Then we have seen AFD2. AFD2 is made up of, by the Ultron India, is effective up to 0.0 to 5% methane and battery operator up to 15 hours. And then rigorous fire dam detection. It does not use in our India, so we just need to recall the principle based on the rigorous. So rigorous is the fusion, combustion, and contraction. Then we have seen a formula of the Wheelstone bridge. That is the Wheelstone bridge where R1 by R2 equal to R3 by R4. Just remember this formula. Okay, today we will start. If anybody has any doubt related to yesterday or any class, please let me know. So we have seen some detection tool of the methane. Now I think I should also discuss CO, gas monitoring instrument of the CO. Okay, so this CO I will discuss carbon monoxide. Okay, just give you basic information, and I think that basic will be efficient for you. So first, TO detector. We will see three. First is a PS detector, and we will see also Hopke light. Just remember, if you remember these term also, it will be helpful for you, because sometimes they will just ask PS detector used for to find out which gas, or Hopke light used for which gas. Multi gas detector, MSA detector, एक होता है एमकोर CO डिटेक्टर एंड मॉनिटरिंग सिस्टम. Is this pen is visible or not? Please let me know after the class. If you comment that that pen was not visible, तो वो इफेक्टिव नहीं है ना. अगर आपको ये पेन विजिबल नहीं हो रहा है, टुडे आई विल यूज दिस पेन एज वेल एज व्हाइट पेन. I think white is properly visible. Okay, emicore. And another is the flame safety. Flame safety. Flame safety नहीं होता है. And another will be Ultron India Limited. And Ultron Ultron India Limited, which make two BCO1 and BCO1R. Okay, so PS detector use a glass tube in which silica gel and with the light yellow potassium palladium sulfite. So if this is your tube, so silica gel in both sided. Here also silica gel, and here also you will find silica gel on the both side of the your tube, and in between the potassium palladium sulfite you will find out. So in this tube I just give you just basic information. Okay, so don't that will I think sufficient for you to solve a question. In this tube you have to place 120 centimeter cube air for 2 minutes at a constant rate. So what it will do, this yellow potassium palladium sulfide will convert its yellow color into the color will change into the brown color. Okay, so range for CO in this apparatus will be 0.005% to 0.12%. Just remember, this is your PS detector. Now second was the Hopke light detector. In the Hopke light detector principle, oxygen in this CO will convert into the CO2. And in this we use mixture of manganese dioxide and copper oxide. In this also we press air into it, and it will convert our CO into the CO2, due to which temperature will also increase. How you will know the temperature increase? Because thermometer is connecting, so the temperature increasing you can see in your apparatus. So in the Hopke light detector, the range for the CO will be 0.005% to 0.0015%. That means this one was better because you use for more, the concentration is more of CO, you can use CO detector, but in this the range is less. Third was the Holmel light tube. In this we use mixture of iodine pentaoxide and sulfuric acid. So in this, you the iodine pentaoxide is grayish, grayish in the color, grayish white. Okay, grayish white. So when this apparatus you pass the air, so these color, when you pass a air which is containing CO, so when you pass, the color of the grayish will convert into the green, brown, or black. So color will be changed. Okay, so just remember. So which type of gases we are using and what is happening, you should remember. I try to find out the range, but I don't get for the Holme light tube. Then the another another will be the Drager's multi-gas detector. Drager multi-gas detector. So the multi-gas, you can predict that it can detect CO, but also at the same time it can give you other gas information. So to find out the CO, if this is your apparatus, you put a pipe from which the air will pass, and in this the range will be for CO will be 5 ppm. So and it will take up to 1 to 2 minutes, so it depend. This instrument take 1 to 2 minutes and give you the information of the CO and other gases. So here the 10 uh, there are 10 tubes. This is not important for you, so I was not telling you. And this apparatus can be work for at least 2 years. You can use this apparatus. It's also depend, अगर अपन माइंस में जाते हैं तो इट्स आल्सो डिपेंड कि कभी कभी उसको ज्यादा भी यूज कर लेते हैं, बट इफेक्टिवली ये 2 साल तो काम करता ही है. And in the multi gas detector, which type of gas, other gases, if you want to find out which are the gases, like you can find out H2S, CO2 percentage, you can also find out methane you can also find out, not, and one of the ethylene you can also find out, and other also. So that is the basic idea for you. So this is the fourth. Now MSA detector is also used for the CO detection. In the MSA you have a color scale, and CO detection tube. CO detecting tube. And MSA apparatus you can use up to the range for CO will be 10 ppm to 1000 ppm. And if you want to know the chemical composition used for the MSA, so chemicals will be yellow, silica, gel, palladium, sulfate, and ammonium molybdenate. And in this, the color will change in green. Color will change in green. So, and shelf life, I don't know they will ask or not, but if you want to know, it will be 18 months. In the last slide we have seen, for the multi gas detector it was 2 years. They will not ask the shelf life, but if you want to know, you can know. Now another will be core CO detector. We have seen core CO detector also. CO detection and monitoring system. In the core CO detection, the range will be 0 to 50 ppm. Somewhere writing 0 to 50 and somewhere writing 0 to 500 ppm. And core CO detector will be portable. That means hand held instrument, you can say, and has a alarm facility. So it will give you a alarm if the percentage of the CO will be up to the our range, and it help us to continuous monitoring. That means it will work continuously and give you the percentage. So अगर नॉर्मल टाइम है, देखो हाउ कैसे एम कोड सीओ डिटेक्टर अगर आपने कभी देखा हो तो उसमें क्या होता है कि नॉर्मली वो 15 सेकंड में एक बीप करता है, टिक टिक, मतलब कोई आवाज आता है ना, बीप या ब्लिंक. But if the range, if in our minds the range, the CO range reached, or CO is up to in our range of this apparatus, then you will get 1 second one blink, and you will also alarm. And another was the Ultron India Limited. Ultron India Limited, I told you that there are two models, BCO1 and BCO1R. In this model, there are used electrochemical sensor. So वे इलेक्ट्रिकल सप्लाई होता है ना, so जब भी कभी क्या होता है, इसमें होता है इनबिल्ट सेंसर होता है, और इसमें रिमोट साइटेड सेंसर. And this Ultron India is very safe apparatus. Interest. So अगर मान लो ये पहले देखो ये apparatus है ना, so ये इसको पावर से कनेक्ट करते हैं, we connect to the power, and one battery also, battery as well as electricity. Okay, so whenever the electricity power off, then it will operate on the battery, so you can use in any situation, and it is also safest, and battery backup is depend. So BCO1 is like 42 days you can use BCO1 battery, and BCO1R you can use up to 5 days. And this ultron battery you can use in the water as well as dust resistance, so you can use in the both environment. But this apparatus is less sensitive to other gas. And if you want to find out the ranges कि कितनी रेंज होती है, I will give you the basic information. Like the BCO, the range will be 0 to 200 ppm. BCO1. And it can also give you the temperature, humidity information. So just remember that this fact. So if you have any doubt till now, please let me know. Okay, I will use white pen. I have seen that lot of people have commented that use white pen. So I am using white pen. Okay, no. So should we go further? Now this we have to cover AK Gorai also on the simultaneously. So your course of AK Gorai is important. I am taking the other information, but my main focus should be the AK Gorai. So I have to complete AK Gorai, है ना? So I am giving you the basic information of the apparatus, gases, but we have to cover AK Gorai also. So AK Gorai mentioned the Graham ratio. So I have seen a lot of question on the Graham ratio in the various examination. So please know that what is the Graham ratio, definition also, formula also, and how to calculate the Graham ratio. So it information is very important for you. So Graham ratio is the ratio of the CO produced and O2 consumed. So this formula you should remember. Graham ratio will be CO produced divided by oxygen consumed. So I told you to remember the percentage of oxygen and other information, because you will have to find out the difference. कि माइंस में जैसे मान लो 19 रह गया, so you have to find out difference. Okay, so I told you to remember the oxygen percentage, CO produced. So CO actual कितना होना चाहिए and how much now. So their difference. So CO produced divided by oxygen consumed, है ना? कभी भी क्या होगा, ऑक्सीजन. सो इफ यू हैव अ 20, मान लो 20% ऑक्सीजन. सो इफ यू आर फाउंडिंग आउट सीओ परसेंटेज, so if the CO2 percentage is down 19%, that must be, you can say that is CO percentage is increasing. So we are saying that if percentage of the CO is suppose that 0.03 and now 0.07 or 8, so this increase. So we are saying that produce, that means that difference we have to take, and their difference we have to take. So oxygen consumed, so CO produced divided by oxygen consumed into 100. Okay, so other information we will see in the when we solve our numericals. Okay, because अभी याद करने का कोई मतलब है नहीं, जब भी हम करेंगे we will see. So just remember this information. So if the gram ratio percentage is up to 0.1 to 0.5, then the normal to the coal mines, है ना? इतना तो हमेशा होता ही है. So gram ratio is between the 0.1 to 0.5 range. That means the it is normal for us. And if the gram ratio is 1%, it indicated the spontaneous heating. So how you will find out the spontaneous heating? That means if you have to find out the ratio between the CO produced divided by oxygen consumed into 100. That gram ratio, if in the 1%, then you will find out the spontaneous heating. That means this is the indication of the spontaneous heating. So if the gram ratio is reached up to the 2%, then it will the advanced stage of approaching the active fire. Means active fire की advanced stage में है ना, कि active fire कभी भी हो सकता है. And if the gram ratio is 3%, दैट मीन इंडिकेटेड एक्टिव फायर, मीन्स कहीं ना कहीं एक्टिव फायर हो रहा है ना, मतलब तो ये रेशियो आपको ग्राम रेशियो का याद होना चाहिए, ठीक है। सो आई थिंक आई टोल्ड यू व्हाट इज द why we need ventilation in the mines. We have discussed a lot of times. So ventilation of mines, I told you कि क्या होता है कि फायर डैम है 1.25 in return 0.75, this ratio we have seen of CH4. And if the weight bulb temperature in development phase should not be exceed than 33.5 degrees Celsius, not exceed, ठीक है, 33.5 से ज्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए। And if the percentage is less than 1 point, and oxygen percentage we have also seen कि oxygen should not be less than 19% in our underground mines, and carbon dioxide percentage 0.5% से ज्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए। Then we will see some more information related to our question numericals, which information is very helpful for you to solve the numericals. What was that? Quantity of the air, quantity of air, quantity of the air in the gassy coal mines in the degree 2 and degree 3, degree 2 and 3. Why I am writing? Because if I say and go and I don't write something, then after the class we may forget the things. So I am writing whenever I speak, so I write some information. So in the degree 2 and the degree 3, quantity of the air in the underground is rate of the emission of the gas, which should be so diluted by the ventilation air that it is percentage. So यहाँ पे आपको क्या याद रखनी है? So मिनिमम कितना एयर फ्लो होना चाहिए? 6 मीटर पर मिनट per person, and 2.5 meter per minute per ton. This is daily output. And we are considering this information for employed in the district on the largest shift. Okay. So if in the underground, if we want to calculate the airflow, the quantity of the air, so we have to multiply per person we need 6 meter per minute per person we need airflow for the one person. And if we are producing tons coal, then for the per ton we need 2.5 meter per minute. This information please remember, because I have seen question based on it. We will see lot of question how we will deal with them, but just remember this information that for a person calculation we will use 6 meter per minute, and for the per ton we will consider 2.5. Like they will ask you 200 people are working and person are working, and you are producing 2000 ton in a day, then find out how much air you will need. So just remember this fact how we will calculate in the hour. And this information we have seen that if if the general body, then if the general body, then inflammation inflammable gas in the in any part of in the general body of the written, you need to below 0.75%, and if any part of the mine, then 1.5 1.25% से कम होना चाहिए. We have seen, you have revised it I think. And weight blood temperature I told you 33.5% से कम होना चाहिए. And suppose the temperature should be 33.5 से होना चाहिए, but sometime it increase, or it increase, suppose it reach to 30.5 degree Celsius, then you will need to increase your air current. Air current should be faster than 1 मीटर पर सेकेंड. जस्ट रिमेंबर, अगर आपका टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज होता है ना, यहाँ इंक्रीज का मतलब कम करना ही होता है ना. सो अगर आपका 30.5 डिग्री से ज्यादा हो जाएगा टेम्परेचर, देन यू विल नीड एयर फ्लो फास्टर देन 1 मीटर पर सेकेंड. एंड यू हैव टू मॉनिटर द टेम्परेचर एवरी 30 days. ये आपको और इम्पोर्टेंट है कि कभी कभी पूछ लेता है कि हाउ मेनी डेज यू हैव टू फाइंड टेम्परेचर reading you have to take after every 30 days. And this was the normal. And for the degree 2 and degree 3, quantity of the air per person should be 8 मीटर क्यूब पर मिनट. और ये भी मीटर क्यूब ही था. Okay, so in the degree 2 and degree 3 you need more air, because the degree 2 and degree 3 is harmful for you as compared to degree 1, so you need more air. Till now if you have any doubt, please let me know, है ना. अगर किसी को कोई डाउट है तो प्लीज कमेंट. प्लीज इंक्रीज स्पीड सर, टेल ग्राम्स रेशियो डेरिवेशन. अच्छा, मुझे थोड़ा फास्ट चलना चाहिए ऐसा. Vamsi, I think I am taking class for the everyone. So if you all need, screen should be, my speed should be increased, then I can go faster. Now I want to tell you some information about some apparatus, or if you say like, first is thermometer. So mine ventilation instrument, thermometer. Thermometers. So in the thermometer you just need to F by 9 by 5 C plus 32. C is Celsius, Phi is Fahrenheit. And what is absolute zero? What is absolute zero? देखो, एब्सोल्यूट जीरो नाम की कोई चीज होती तो है नहीं. एब्सोल्यूट जीरो क्या होता है? थ्योरेटिकली द लोएस्ट पॉइंट टेम्परेचर होता है. थ्योरेटिकली जो लोएस्ट पॉइंट होता है उसी को बोलते हैं. तो कब इस थ्योरेटिकल होता है ना, इसमें क्या करते हैं? सो इट इज द पॉइंट दैट विच, ये सपोज अवर सब्सटेंस है, we will extract all heat from this substance and it will cool sufficiently, then we will find out absolute zero, which is minus 273.15 degrees Celsius. If you want to get information in Fahrenheit, this is minus 459 degree Fahrenheit. 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 459 de And another instrument is barometer. Barometer used to find out atmospheric pressure. If the temperature is 0 degrees Celsius of the mercury, then 660 mm, the column of the mercury high at sea level. This is the barometer we use for the atmospheric pressure. So I thought I will show some images so you will understand. इसमें क्या होता है कि ये थोड़ा इंक्रीज होगा एंड यू विल नो व्हाट इज द एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर एंड इफ यू वांट टू get the mercury density, then it will be 13,600. And if you want is mercury density is the highest, it is also highest, and mercury does not vaporized, so we use mercury. So some of you may curious that why we use mercury in to find out barometric pressure, because the mercury does not vaporize, so we use mercury, and mercury density is the highest. And this is the 14 barometer. In 14 barometer there are the main screen, and this is the vertical scale, and there are the screw to adjust, and there are the brass tube in which the mercury is used, and it is also used to find out the atmospheric pressure. So why I am showing these images, because you will get a idea, because sometimes they will ask you the name of the instrument, and they will ask why we use this instrument for. So just remember. And this is the android android barometer. Android barometer, give me 30 seconds. एंड्रॉइड बैरोमीटर के बारे में थोड़ा जानकारी में आई विल वांट टू गिव. इट इज द बेटर देन mercury thermometer. Why we call it an android barometer? Because android barometer does not contain any liquid. And which principle android barometer based on the Boyle's law. Then the humidity also the we are discussing main instrument. So humidity is also important for in underground. So for the humidity we use hygrometer. So you should remember why we use hygrometer. And a terminology we have discussed in our previous classes, relative humidity, dry. So what is the relative humidity? Mass of water vaporized divided by mass of required to saturated. मतलब क्या हुआ कि कितना आपका वेप, हाउ मच what mass of air is wet हाउ मच मास ऑफ वाटर वेपराइज एंड कितना अभी बाकी है, हाउ मच वाटर मास ऑफ वाटर इज वेपराइज इज रिक्वायर्ड टू सेचुरेटेड. सो आई थिंक यू नो व्हाट ह्यूमिडिटी से क्या होता है. ह्यूमिडिटी जब आप अंडरग्राउंड में खड़े हो ना, सो इफ द ह्यूमिडिटी इज मोर देन यू विल मोर स्वेट्स, है ना, आपसे गर्मी बहुत ज्यादा लगेगी आपको. ये तो आपको ये यूपी बिहार और जो सी लेवल के आसपास है वो लोग सब जानते हैं कि ह्यूमिडिटी से आपको पसीना ज्यादा होगा, यू विल मोर स्वेट्स, सो यू विल नीड टू ड्रिंक ए लॉट ऑफ वाटर, है ना. अगर नहीं पियोगे तो यू विल डिहाइड्रेटेड एंड यू मे कोलैप्स और यू मे फॉल डाउन. एंड नॉर्मल बॉडी टेम्परेचर you should know how much normal body temperature should be 98 degrees Celsius, 98 degree Fahrenheit to 36 point, you can say 36.6 डिग्री सेल्सियस और 98 डिग्री फारेनहाइट. अगर ये ज्यादा हो रहा है तो आपको बुखार चेक करते हो ना. सो द हाइग्रोमीटर चेक अवर ह्यूमिडिटी और द मॉइस्चर कंटेंट. So in the moisture, how you will increase in the your mines the moisture content, how the source of the moisture content in the mines कौन कौन सा होता है, पहले से ही एयर में होता ही है. So because when you go underground the temperature will increase, so there are water also receding, so this water is contributing in the your humidity. This is the hygrometer in which we use two thermometer. And I think you have seen how we use in the your classes, you have seen the practical also on the based on it, and we will see question based on the hygrometer. So why we use hygrometer? To find out relative humidity of the air. Why? For we will find out the saturated with the moisture. And relative humidity formula you should remember. Relative humidity, what is the formula? 100 minus dBT minus WBT into multiplier factor. Multiplying factor. So multiplying factor, if you want to see 1T, I will write down here. This formula you should remember because I think they may not given in the AK Gorai. If they will give, we will discuss AK Gorai separately when I will take the class in our next class or whenever. So multiplying factor, multiply factor. मल्टीप्लाई फैक्टर क्या है, कैसे आप रखोगे कि इफ द टेम्परेचर मोर देन 25 डिग्री सेल्सियस you will consider 7%, and if between 20 degree Celsius to 25 degree Celsius you will consider 8%, and if less than 20 डिग्री सेल्सियस यू विल कंसिडर 9%. ठीक है. तो अगर यहाँ पे क्या चीज है कि अगर मान लो डीबीटी 23 डिग्री सेल्सियस दे रखा है एंड वेट ब्लब टेम्परेचर, this is dbt means dry bulb temperature and wbt means wet bulb temperature is 19 degrees Celsius. So the range is 19 to 23, 19 to 23, so you will consider 8%. So formula will be RH, relative humidity you will find out 100 minus 23 minus 19 multiply 8 and it will come 68%. Okay, we will see questions when we we will solve the numericals. Just remember this information. This is the kata thermometer. Kata thermometer. It is also used for find out the relative humidity and the air velocity. Okay, so please let me know if anybody has any doubt related to whatever we have discussed till now. Vamsi, I will complete my AK Gorai before your examination. Don't worry, it is my duty. I will complete. अगर मेरे को जरूरत पड़ा तो I will take class 2-3 hour in a day. Don't worry for that. But अगर मैं बहुत ज्यादा स्पीड से चला लोगों को समझ ही नहीं आएगा, है ना? Please comment if you have any doubt related to whatever we have discussed till now. Okay, so we should stop this class here because I think you have a class at 8 o'clock. Okay, see you tomorrow. DBT, that means dry bulb temperature, and WBT is wet bulb temperature. I have already explained hygrometer. Okay, tomorrow we will discuss if you have any doubt related to today's class, because yes, we will definitely discuss a lot of question. I just give you the brief idea about the formulas and the theories. We have to discuss 50 to 70, 80 questions of the ventilation. Don't worry. This class is not of the theory class. I am just giving you the basic information. So because lot of people may not read about the theory, so I am discussing the few theories which will help in the our numerical section. So my basic focus is to solve the numericals. DBT, I told you many times, DBT is dry bulb temperature. WBT is the wet bulb temperature. Okay.
To watch the complete video, download Mining Gyan 2.0 app from the Play Store and enjoy seamless learning with Mining Gyan 2.0.